Welcome to episode 149 of the Fully In It podcast. So, how do you feel about selling and growing your business over the summer? Is there a part of you that just wants to slow down and relax with the kids? Maybe have a summer break of your own? What if your business could be growing for you over the summer while you take time to slow down and enjoy your family? Could it be possible to have both? In this episode, I'm sharing the mindset and strategy behind getting the summer break that you want while making the money that you want. This is the summer where you don't have to choose between the two. Welcome to Fully In It, a show for moms who are called to grow themselves while growing their families. Join me, Kate Saffel, a life and a business coach for moms, a homeschooling mama of 3, and a woman on a quest to show that our lives become even more meaningful when we remember why we are here and what truly matters most. This show is about going fully in it for you and the people you love by showing up powerfully in motherhood, entrepreneurship, in your home life, and for your family vision. Join me for weekly episodes that will inspire you to live intentionally and by your values, to slow down and truly be present to your family life, to make decisions that grow a profitable business without sacrificing anything in the process, and to become the kind of mom and woman you know you're meant to be in this lifetime. Hey you, how is it going? I am just sitting here. I've got an iced peach black tea. It is so good. And a dark chocolate bar with hazelnuts. And I am just making the most out of recording this and hanging out with you right now. It's like my little mom date as I just talk to you about what we are doing for this summer. And this topic really came about because there is a handful of moms in Expand who really want to take it easier over the summer. They want to enjoy their kids being home from school. And at the same time, I'm really encouraging them not to put the brakes on their business. It is so tempting to think that if we want to have that laid back time with our kiddos, that somehow that means business needs to slow down or we're going to make less money. There are always ways to structure and run your business to give you the time freedom that you desire, but also the money that you want to make. So if that kind of piques your curiosity and you're like, I wonder if that could be possible for me too, let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first thing is, what do you envision for your summer? Like when you think of the next few months, what comes to mind for you as just would be the most amazing experience? You would get to maybe the end of August and you would look back and think, wow, what an epic summer. I'm so grateful for every single moment of it. Map out your family's bucket list of experiences that you desire to have. So I like to think of museums we want to go to, splash pads, water parks, different fun things that maybe during the school year there's just not time to do. And this could be a really fun activity for you and your kiddos, depending on, how old they are, to sit down and actually make a list. You could put it on a chalkboard, you could put it on a big piece of butcher paper and hang it up somewhere noticeable, and then that way you can check them off as you go. But I also want you to reflect on how you want your days to go. What does it look like? Are the kids sleeping in and you're starting your day slow with a cup of coffee and a book? Or are you waking up early to go on an adventure a few days per week? Whatever it is, I would just think about what would feel most amazing to you and your kiddos, and also what do they need most after the school year? Every family is so different on what feels best for them. You may also think about what rhythms and rituals you want to layer in. Like maybe you want to start having a Friday night barbecue with your neighbors, or doing Saturday brunch with your girlfriends once a month, or maybe you want to take the kids to the pool most afternoons before dinner. I don't know if I've told this story before, but it has stuck with me for so many years. One of my best friends told me that when she was growing up, she grew up in a really small town, and her mom would take them to the pool every night or every afternoon, let them swim all afternoon, wear themselves out. She would read her book, she would relax, and then she would take them to the showers, have them take their shower. She would bring like shampoo and all of that, and then she'd have them put on their pajamas. They would go home, have a really light dinner, and then she would put them straight to bed. And they were already dressed for bed. And I thought, what a genius mom move, right? Like, I felt like that was so smart. And especially for us entrepreneur mamas, if your sweet spot for work is working in the evening after your kids are in bed, that could be a really smart practice that you could do. So whatever it is, again, just map out the experiences you want to have, how you want your days to look, and any rhythms and rituals that you want to have. Now, for my family, this is what I am playing with for the summer. We are more of a wake up early and hit the ground running type of family. Not always, but I think that's going to be more of what we're doing this summer because it gets so hot here that if we have a really slow morning, the playgrounds are going to be too hot. The beach gets really, really warm, and it's the weirdest thing, but by July, the ocean feels like bath water. And it's kind of a weird feeling, because the air is hot and then the water is hot, and you're like, what is going on? So our plan is to go to the beach first thing in the morning, probably like 3 days per week, and stay until about maybe 10 a.m., and then bounce and come home and regroup, maybe get some things done. I find that if I go and I tucker my kids out first thing in the morning, then we can come home and they might watch a movie while I create some content, or they'll just go in their bedroom and play together for a few hours. And it just seems to work so well for my family. We're also doing Saturday night game night and trying new games. And I'm not like a big game person, but I'm learning to enjoy it. And I think that this is going to be so good because we started playing Monopoly earlier this spring, and I was surprised at how much we enjoyed it, but also how much it helped our communication and just that bonding. And then finally, we've got a lot of travel on the books for this summer, and I'm so excited about it. We're going to be spending close to 3 weeks road tripping across the US. We're going to be doing some other smaller trips and probably a lot of like day trips to different museums and parks and things that we've really been wanting to explore. We're very lucky where we live because, we're in a very tourist area. So there's way more for us to do than we often, have the time to do. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun this summer just seeing what things we can do and experience. So that's looking at your family, right? And how you want your family and your home life to feel over the summer. Now, if you're thinking about your business, and specifically if you're looking at your business through the lens of your most expansive, successful self as a mom CEO, how is your business going to look over the summer? And we're going to get into more of the details of figuring out like how can you hold your business over the summer while doing all of this fun stuff with your kids. But I just want you to think big picture. If there were no limits, right? You could make the amount of money you want in the amount of time you want to give to your business. And it could also feel how you want. What would that look like? Don't hold yourself back. And especially, I think as moms, the kids come home from school and we think, oh, I just need to be home all the way. And I totally agree. You do need to be present with your family, but at the same time, don't let those sneaky thoughts about your business creep in where it allows it to lose momentum. And then you get to the fall and you have to hustle to pick your business back up, or you just lose that ground that you had and then it doesn't get back to where you want it to go. I would rather you keep that momentum over the summer and trust that there's more than enough time for both. Now, for me, I know that I am a bit unusual because we homeschool and We kind of keep a steady rhythm all year round. It just is what makes sense for us. I mean, we're going to be taking it a little bit easier over the summer. We're not going to be doing a full homeschool routine. There are a few things that I want to work on with my kids just to help them be really prepared for the fall. But otherwise, it's going to be business as usual for me. Like, my life is kind of like the summertime all year round. Like, I've designed it to feel that way. So I don't feel like I need to shift or change things up just for the summer. And maybe that's an opportunity for you to try that on as well and just think about, like, what if you designed your business to feel like the summertime year round? What if your family life could feel that way? And I know even if your kids are in school, it's possible you could hold that kind of mentality and see your life through that lens. It's just something for you to play with. When you're looking at your business and you're thinking about the summer, I want you to decide how many hours per week and specifically per day you either want to work or you can commit. You're going to want to think about, like, do you have any childcare? Like, are the kids going to any summer camps? And this might be a time you could work on your business. Or, maybe you have a family member who helps, or they like to watch an afternoon movie and you can take 2 hours and, get some work done then. I would just think about what is going to work for you, what fits in your calendar, and then go ahead and block this time out now so that it's really clear for you when your work hours are over the summer and when it's family time. So you're not tempted to blend the two. At the same time, though, I want you to think about how much money do you need or you want to make this summer, right? This is a really fun question. Notice if there is any part of you that is accepting less money in exchange for more quality time, like there's an inverse relationship, and if you get to have more time, then that means you make less money. That's something that we moms tend to do. We tend to trade things off in our mind. But what if this is the summer you play with being in the space of having both money and quality time? Like, how incredible would that feel by the end of the summer to see that you created that? So take a look at your available products or offers that you currently have, or maybe you're noodling on a new service you can offer or a new product that you want to create. What can you sell now? Because it's May. What could you sell now that will set you up for making the income that you desire over the summer? So here are a couple options just to kind of like get your wheels turning, and your business is so unique. So it's going to be specific to you and what's going to work best for you. But here are some things you could try. So one of the things that you could do is sell into a 100% passive offer. Ideally, you already have one made, or you have the time and the capacity to make one in the month of May, so that then the only thing you need to do is sell it and make sure that people can access it properly, like if there's any customer service needs. So one of my clients has several pre-recorded courses, and we were just talking recently about how she can sell those over the summer. And this is so incredible because they don't require any face-to-face time for her. She's just showing up on Instagram. She's sharing about them. She's inviting people to purchase. And then once they sign up, it's all automated at that point. And like for us moms, right? Like, isn't that just the best? You could also sell a semi-passive offer. So this might be an offer that has limited face-to-face time, like maybe it has just a call or two, like a Q&A, an intro call, something like that. But then the rest of it is pre-recorded. For the product-based mamas, what about a special summer bundle deal that you could pre-sell now? So it's a product that maybe it's positioned in a new way that they haven't seen before, that gets your customers excited. And you could start selling now and then deliver it over the next few months. You could also fill your one-to-one or your service-based offers now for the fall so that you have clients waiting for you when the kids are back in school. And the beauty of this is that you can offer longer payment plans if people are booking out. Like if that's something you enjoy doing, is offering payment plans, You could definitely incentivize that and say, hey, when you sign up for it now, you have the advantage of having a much longer payment plan. But I would just get creative about what that could look like. And also, why is it better for your people to lock in their fall spots now? Like, what does that create for them? Why would that be so valuable to them and to you? Finally, I want you to set some boundaries. You're going to want to let your clients know, obviously as needed if this is your type of business, that your summer hours will be different. You can set up an email autoresponder so that you're not getting a bunch of pings and dings. And same thing for your apps. You may want to set up the apps on your phone to turn off. Honestly, I don't even know when you would want them. Like, if you're working, you don't want them distracting you. And if you're with your kids, you don't want them distracting you. So who knows? Maybe you just want to give yourself, a little bit of time each day to get on your social media and play games or do whatever the things are that you like doing. But the rest of the time you're focused on the kids, your business, or yourself. And that kind of feeds into my next point, which is that you want to honor your own boundaries and be with the kids when you're with them and not mix work in. And that's going to feel so good. You're going to really feel in integrity if you're fully present with the kids when you're with them. And then when you get a work block, you just knock it out of the park, because you're going to feel so good about yourself that you were just, enjoying being with the kiddos. And now you're sitting down to work. And how awesome will that be? Okay, so the last thing I really want to dig into with you is how are you actually going to hold this idea of a laid back summer with making money? Right? Because it sounds really good, but there is a risk that your brain is going to argue with you and try to convince you that taking it easy means you're definitely going to make less money. Or the flip of that is that if you want to make more money, there's no way you get to relax and you're going to be looking for ways to hustle. The third thing I want you to watch out for is just completely tuning out of your business and saying, well, it's summer and I need to be with the kids, so I'll come back to my business in the fall. And the danger of this is that you lose momentum. I want you to really think right now about what if you spent this summer setting up the kind of business that will give you a decade of free summers, right? So you decide these offers that you're going to give every summer that create time freedom for you. And maybe this is the summer that you create it, you get it set up, you start building demand so that by the time you get to next summer, you're going to be seasoned and the kids get out of school and you're going to know exactly what to do and you're going to feel so much more relaxed. But this is definitely one of those delayed gratification situations where you're building the future business that you want right now. And it's going to take believing that it's possible, showing up like it is, and trusting that you are the woman who can lead in this way. If this is speaking to you, and you are the kind of woman who wants to grow your business, you want to make good money that helps your family and also gives you time freedom, you're going to want to come into Expand Mentoring membership. This is my group coaching program for mom entrepreneurs, and we are now enrolling. When you come into Expand, I am going to personally help you figure out your offers or your products, the price points, the best way for you to structure your days so that there is time for family and there is time for business. Because ultimately what this does for you is it creates so much more ease and confidence. You'll know exactly what to work on every single day, and you'll see your business grow so much more quickly. So head to happierinmotherhood.com/expand-membership to learn more and sign up. And when you're on that page, if you want, there's an option to book a free call with me scroll all the way down to the very bottom of the page. You can click on that and you and I can hop on Zoom. We can just talk face to face. You can ask me your questions about Expand and make sure it's the right fit for you. Okay, my loves, let me know. I want to hear from you. You can send me a DM on Instagram at happierInMotherhood. Let me know what your summer plans are going to look like. are you committed to making bank and having the time of your life with your kiddos this summer? I cannot wait to see you do it. Okay, my love, I will see you next week.